Hi, welcome to Kids on Brooms Mists of Elixia edition, potentially the finale. I am Tiffany, your GM, also known as Dungeon_Damsels on the Twitters. I was in Scott's original Mists of Elixia campaign. We decided we wanted to play as the kiddos of the players who got married, and then we had this campaign happen. So let's go around and do some intros. Let's start with you, Scott.
All right. I am Scott. I'm one half of ZealZaddy. We produced D&D content. We're about to release our first Cypher system content. We're waiting on some checks from somebody making sure all of our stat blocks are edited well. And I think we'll have that out this weekend, I hope. You can follow us everywhere at @ZealZaddy and on TikTok at ZealZaddy RPG, and I think Nightbot will drop our Discord if you want to hop in our Discord later, which Natalie is helping clean up and fix up awesomely. And I'll let it. Oh, that's it. Follow us and like our stuff.
Yeah, thank you. All right, let's roll on. Let's go to Natalie.
All right. Hi, everybody.
Oh, wait, hang on, Scott. Who are you playing?
Oh, I play Fynch, who is a Kenku, a little Kenku, little one, little-ish one, but big in trouble.
Yeah, definitely big in trouble. Sorry about that, Natalie.
No worries. Yeah, it's important to know our characters. All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Natalie. I use she, they pronouns, as does the character I'm playing, Aislin, our reluctant oracle, who is a daughter, one of the twins, and who are also the youngest of the Madric Sagewind children, and part of this group. No, it's fine. We'll talk about what's going on with her in a second, I'm sure. You can find me most places on the internet with Ghost Candle or Ghostly Candle on Twitch and YouTube. I do variety things. I'm primarily an artist and also a actual play performer, and I dabble in all the tabletop things as I go. And yeah, as Scott said, I am doing things for ZealZaddy to help build up the community. So if you see a moment that you think, oh, that's great RP, that's super funny, and you want to clip it, just do command code clip it in our chat here on Twitch. And we will collect those juicy clips.
That's a great way to do that. All right, let's go over to Michael.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael. You can find me on the socials at RoboSardy. I do art and animation, but today I'll be playing Rhys, twin brother to Aislin, and all around just wannabe ranger, and I'm so excited to play tonight. And this is not going to be the last episode. I'm going to keep it going. We're just going to stay in school for so long.
It will end.
You're not a wannabe ranger. You are a ranger. You're like a junior ranger.
Junior
Ranger.
Junior Ranger, yes.
Yeah. Get you a little button. Junior Ranger.
Junior Ranger.
Thank you. Yeah, let's get him working.
What's up, travelers? I'm working with Mindflame Mondays. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me everywhere on social media at Mindflame Mondays, except on Twitter. It's called Mindflame Mun over there. I'm the founder of Mindflame Mondays. I run pro games for players, so if you want to hire myself or somebody else, you can find us on our website, mindflamemondays.com. Besides pro GMing, we also have a podcast. I have not been doing stuff on there in a minute. We're going to be getting that up and running again soon, probably changing the format a little bit, but you can check out what we have at Mindflame Mondays, the podcast. And we have a bunch of products online over on Twitch itself. We have it on Redbubble, thank you, Tiffany, as always, and also on Amazon. Besides that, I am here tonight to play Emiryn Madric, which is the eldest brother. Well, I shouldn't say eldest because we still have Taliesin, who is older than me, but I guess the second eldest son of the family, and he is trying to find his way. He's a little bit of a troublemaker, but he tries to be good as best as he can when he can. But with friends like Fynch, it's kind of hard to stay on the straight and narrow.
All right, the lake.
Hello, everybody. I am Blake. You can find me on socials in a little bit, so to get them turned back on and stuff. So that'll be later on. I am playing as Tuh-Wiogh, who is a kobold, and he doesn't like trouble because that just leads to bad things. So, yeah, let's just get the adults involved and everything will be better.
Thank you. All right. Well, let's. I forgot to. I do my own campaign called Dungeon Damsels. So if you want a really, really, really long homebrew 5e campaign, that's me. So you like my GM style? Check it out. All right. Let's do our recap. So who remembers what has been going on?
There's a spooky forest area that we're at the edge of that we don't want to go into. We should just run and be done with this.
Well, that's a great start. Natalie,
Yeah.
how about you? Why don't you jump in?
Yeah, so yeah, we had all the spooky stuff. It's been a few weeks, so maybe we should bring it back a little bit here for everybody.
Yeah, we need to do a bit of a recap.
But yeah, our sort of woodland hooligans have been running around trying to solve the mystery of the missing girls from our local school. And we found that there is some weird fey mischief happening, that there's some sort of music drawing in the girls into the woods, and that a little boy named Thomas has been playing with what everyone thought was imaginary, but we very quickly discovered last time is an actual fey individual. And this young Fey boy spoke to us about their quote-unquote dolls, which look like very creepy, alien-esque wooden marionettes, essentially, as they appear initially as trees, but then show their movements in their twitchy, gaping way. And as we talk with them and learn about a big, spooky black tree with apples with faces on them, trying to piece together maybe that's where the girls were taken, maybe their souls were separated from the bodies, and these quote-unquote dolls are what's left. Those dolls ran away with Aislin. Yay!
Yeah. Well, I'll give a little more context. So the setting is Shayley, which is a growing farm town. It is right before summer. There have been rumors of young girls going missing. The kids discovered a letter to the principal that stated like 2 girls from neighboring villages and settlements had gone missing, about 2 or 3 of them, and that Principal Amberwater should be notified of this. And so concerned, they started investigating themselves. One of their classmates also went missing. As they were investigating, they started noticing faces in the trees, which turned out to be these wooden creatures that they discovered. And they discovered that the little boy Tomos had been playing with Cassian, the Fey boy, and Cassian revealed that his mom said that he always needed to be in glamour. And so that's why he always just looks like a bush. But those who are young children can still see him. So Aislin and Rhys can still see him, as well as Tomos. And that's why he actually plays with Tomos, because Tomos can actually see him, even though like Tomos is like 3 or 4, and then Cassian's probably around like 11-ish. And he reveals that he found this neat place in the forest that had this cool like magic stuff around it, and then he saw this like neat rock and he took it, and he's been looking for he found out that a long time ago his dad lost something here, and so he's trying to find that. And the party then asked him to take them to this grove, and they're checking it out. It's really spooky. The dolls are seemingly fine, but then it seems as if some sort of activation signal or something went through them, and they begin to grab at Aislin and start to drag her towards the center of the grove. And meanwhile, across town, we had NPC party where they're Rhys and Aislin and Emiryn have an adopted sister named Abrielle, and she was having a sleepover, and then her friends went outside because they began to hear the music of the forest, and Abrielle was trying to save one of her friends, and then she wound up being caught up in the forest, and we concluded with that sort of thing going on. Any comments, team? Anything you want to add?
I did remember a really important. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead. Yours is more important than what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, Scott first.
These tree things, another thing that, just as a recap, these tree things that are Tomas's friends are really protective of their ribbons. And it is really not a good thing. That needs to not happen like that. They need to give up their ribbons more easily with no fight.
I was just going to say, Natalie just gave the perfect name for our group when she first started.
The Woodland Hooligans?
Yes, the Woodland Hooligans. I don't know why, but I feel like that fits our group so well.
It does.
It really does.
And our lawyer. The Woodland Hooligans and our
Woodland
lawyer.
Hooligans, yeah. I mean, okay, well, we are not going to start off at Aislin being dragged away. We're going to do a cutaway scene. So back at the house of Megan. Megan stares into the darkness, her body stock still apart from her trembling knees. Girls? She whispers again. She steps forward and pulls out her wand to cast a light spell, and she waves it around frantically as she takes a step forward. The words forming on her mouth but die as they leave her lips. I didn't mean it, please. Please be okay. She runs towards the woods and then stops. Huh. What am I doing? And then she sits to a halt and dashes inside. Mom! The sound of panicked parents erupts from upstairs as the mayor and his wife appear at the top of the stairs. They scramble down the halls, passing their display cabinets of bells, ornaments, and family heirlooms. Mari, Megan's mother, comes rushing along Father Aled. Megan, what is it? Megan gapes at the door and points outside. The others, they vanished into the woods. Something took them. Aled grabs his sword and rushes outside, calling their names while Mari remains with her daughter. Can you tell me anything else? No, we were just messing around and they were pulled into the woods. And that is when Elder Arianhood walks into the room, her grandmother. Her cane hobbling beneath her. This is more than something, child. Go to the Sagewood Matrix. They're the most equipped to deal with this. And then she creaks over to the shelf and with the bells and pulls out this large silver bell, ringing this as you go. It may offer some protection. And Megan silently nods before taking the bell and putting it around her neck. She then dashes outside with her fuzzy pink slippers and her pink robe wound tight. Now we're at the team. So, what's going on is that, I guess, is initiative a thing in this system? Can it be a thing? I like initiative.
You are the DM, so it can be if you want it to be.
Let's all roll flight and see who can react first.
Nice.
As we have the dolls now grasping Aislin and trying to drag her towards the center of the glade, across the flower fields and through the grove of trees towards the center where it looks like a lot of earth has been upheaved.
I was about to take down the initiative numbers. I don't have to do that.
That's my job!
Not.
7.
Okay.
Lucky 7, except in this game.
8 total.
Okay, and Emiryn is at 8.
Little do they know in that cutscene that the magic sage ones were already on the mission.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, they're already on it.
I
got
rolled
a
it.
Friends. And
two.
friends, Scott. And friends.
I also rolled a 2.
You go before me.
I rolled a 6.
Oh, no, that means I gotta go first. What am I gonna do?
Save your baby sister.
Yeah, obviously. I
I'm
don't
just
want to hurt them.
reading something because we haven't been able to do planned actions and snap decisions, which is part of the system.
This would be snap decisions. Because it happened abruptly, I would say.
I treat snap decisions as planned actions, unless I'm facing a fear. So, I don't know. Could this fall under my fear of not living up to the Magic and Satron family names?
I mean, your sister got taken. You didn't do anything about it, so.
Well, I mean, I have. Well, it just happened. I haven't done nothing. We're discussing this before we do something.
But she already did get taken. I'm just saying. So.
Wow, and you're so evil, Blake. All right. I think what I would like to try to do is, I would probably cast a spell to try to grab, with the vines and pull her away from them, like make the vines come up and grab her and pull them away.
All right, yeah. So that's a brain. Cassian is ahead of you. He is attempting to. So what you see is like a bush floating over and trying to like float off with like one of these wood creatures, but not moving. And then what Rhys and Aislin and Tomo see is Cassian attempting to like pry the arms off of and free Aislin, but he rolled badly, and these dolls are pretty tough. It's unsuccessful. All right, what did you get for your?
I haven't rolled it yet. My brains is I have a +1 stat and +1 with magic on this one. So
Okay.
what I'm gonna need, because I rolled a 5, so 6, 7 total, and I do have 2 adversity tokens, if that makes a difference.
Jesus. So.
Your gosh, what was your spell again? You were trying to like basically make a thorny
Use vines to use vines to wrap around my sister and pull her away from them.
Okay, so they wrap around her, and you attempt to pull her away, but there are 4 of them against you. So you manage to grasp her, and if you can attempt to pull her away on another turn.
Yeah, so I'm like holding her in place though, right? Like
Yeah. You have a good firm grip. You basically have a lifeline for her.
I'm like, guys, little help here.
All right, and then next up we have Fynch.
I'm up second and I rolled a 7. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. I have a question about a rule. So
Okay.
one of my strengths is cool under pressure. Spend 1 adversity token to take half your dice value instead of rolling a snap decision.
Okay, yeah, you can use that.
Okay. So I'm going to...
You basically get like a 4 if you're on a D8.
Okay. I'm going to hop on my broom so that I move faster.
All right.
And I'm going to take out my longest ribbon, whatever that is.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and wrap it around the legs of one of these things, trying to carry her out by just going around it and around it with the ribbon tangling around its legs.
Okay, that's cool. All right, that I think would be a flight.
Yes.
All right, yeah.
Which is my second best stat.
Nice, yeah. You get up on your gnarly broomstick and start to coil it around the branches nearby.
Oh, nice.
What'd you get?
A 10.
Oh, yeah, you managed to coil it around one of them and knock her over. So that essentially, she is essentially preoccupied at the moment. Now we're at Aislin.
Yes.
I'll have you actually roll a grit for me.
Grit.
Yeah, as you begin to hear the music again, softly attempting to lull you into a lax state.
That is a 6 on an 8.
Yeah, your eyes begin to droop, but you shake it off. All right, now you can. Now, what do you do as you attempt to free your soul?
Yeah, so Aisling is very much panicking, but she always remembers one thing that Dad has always said is, if anyone ever tries to grab you, just scream at them away with your wand. So I pull out my little silver tuning fork, cling it on the ground so it makes a bit of a chime, and then as I bring it up to my mouth, I scream through it and do what is an equivalent of a thunder wave. But it's a scream wave for her.
Nice.
The littlest one brings the biggest hammer.
Just a little tuning fork is music.
That's a brain.
Perfect. That's my best stat with a magic die in it.
Brain. Yep.
Ooh. Okay, that is a dirty 20 total.
Nice. So you get on this. There's this little rock protruding out of the ground, and you pull your pitchfork and lean back, and it crack it against the ground, and this like shriek erupts out of this there's like this ripple of sound, and then like two of the wooden dolls are like knocked over, and one managed to you're essentially free, but one is right by you. And they're expressionless, so it's hard to say if they're surprised, but they are knocked over at this point. Okay. Tomos is going to hide in a bush. And
Sounds right.
he's gonna go hide in a bush and cry. So let's he skedaddles out of there. He's like, and he just dives into a bush, and you hear a little whimper, like, That's his turn.
Valid.
Yeah. All right, Rhys, you got three of the wooden dolls are on the ground. One is still standing, but it's reaching towards your sister. And there are these vines around her as your brother is trying to pull her to safety. And then we have another ribbon going on.
There's one that's close to Aislin, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's one that's trying to grab him. The other ones are farther away.
They've been knocked down.
They've been knocked down. Okay.
Yeah, they're all still within 5 feet of her, but most of them are knocked down apart from one that's on it. It's basically crouching.
Is she still held by all of them, or is she only held by one or two of them now? She was held by 4 initially, right?
Yeah, she has been released from all of them, but there is one within reaching distance. So when it comes to its turn, it will attempt to reach her again.
Oh, nice! Get out!
I'm going to. This is gonna be dumb, but I
perfect.
I'm going to run head first, clenching my wand in a closed fist, and I'm just gonna be like, "Leave my sister alone!" And I'm going to bum rush this this wooden doll. And the idea is, I'm using the wand to cast some sort of version of enhance ability to help me.
Okay.
Stronger.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm just gonna grab him by his waist and just drive him into the ground.
Okay. Yeah, you can try to drive it into the ground.
Would that be a brawn?
That'd be a brawn. Yeah, that'd be a brawn. You're not attempting to do actual damage. You're just attempting to knock it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Yes. That's I'm adding magic to it, and that's a 19.
Yeah, you, at the top of your lungs, you charge this wooden being, fueled by, brotherly protection, feelings of brotherly protection, and just hurl this thing to the ground. Okay.
When
Now.
powers activate.
Yeah. Tuh-Wiogh, you see kid frenzy going on. What do you want to do?
What any reasonable young adult will do, I'm going to call the adults. So I'm going to do ascending. If I can. Who's here? Is Hippie still here? I know Hippie's still here.
Yeah,
right?
Professor
Gosh.
Amberwater's in town. There's
Is
like,
Desus? I know Hippie.
He
Desus
didn't
is
even
there.
read the
Desus-
letter.
you know that Desus is coming today.
Oh,
Today
okay.
or tomorrow,
Then-
like she should be coming in.
Okay.
Uh,
Then
roll-
definitely Hippie, since Desus, I don't know if she's here yet or not, but they're here or not. So I'm gonna reach out to Hippie.
Okay.
Would that be?
I can't believe
Roll a brain.
What is that? That's a 19. I can
Okay,
read.
yeah, you absolutely, yeah. So you, with the flick of your wrist, you've probably cast sending like a number of times, very easily, and it connects through. And I'm gonna just let you talk to yourself because I can't do it.
Yes.
Well, it'll be sending. So I'm gonna
Goodness.
send because I have like the map maker's friend, so like I know exactly where we are.
I'll
So it's
set
gonna
the
just-
scene for you.
Okay.
Okay, so Principal Amberwater is like enjoying a nice bubble bath as he like kicks back with like a book and like
He's
some
always
nice
doing
tea, and he has some scented candles. It's very relaxing, and this is great. He's in a very zen place right now.
All right, so yeah, I'll be like, excuse me, Mr. Amberwater, we've got a little issue over here, and I'll say the exact like coordinates where we are because I have that like ability.
Sure,
like-
I'll believe you. Yes.
It's the map maker's friend. It's from the room that I have. I can know every.
Oh,
I
okay,
can
cool.
never get
All
lost.
right.
So I'll be like, can you come here, Stat? We have like they're trying to grab Aisling. It's really bad. We need you here like right now, please.
Okay, that goes through. Now you're Hipley.
Hippie, like, I don't know if a Psy can like go through like a sending, so like he's not gonna hear the Psy, but like, sure. Let me. I wasn't doing nothing. It's fine. But hopefully everyone's okay. I'll be there as soon as I can. Just be safe. I'll be there in a second. Give me, yeah. Just hastily, like, I don't know if you can hear in like the background, like in a sentence, but you hear him just like putting away all the stuff, like, putting all the stuff down. So you're like kind of rumbling in the back.
Yeah,
But
you're
yeah.
just a little splish splash. Does Hipley have a rubber duck?
Say again.
Does Hipley have a rubber duck?
Very
Sorry,
important.
my mic
It's
is.
probably a rubber
So dumb.
basilisk.
A rubber basilisk floating?
Squeak toy.
I'll go with that. I like this guy's name, so we'll go with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So he gets out and puts on his robe and begins to assemble what he needs to go about rescuing. And
I don't know why, but I imagine like our basilisk friend is there also, and like, hey, don't forget to put out the candles before you go.
he like has his own tub, and like that's just how they hang out, I guess.
That is so typical of you, calling in help, doing the right thing. We got this.
We
They're
got this.
falling
I
over.
mean, she almost got taken. Like, no.
Guys,
Right,
guys, we don't have time to
Let's go,
argue.
let's
Just
go.
do whatever we can. Get the adults here. I don't care. We gotta get my sister safe.
All right, now it is the dolls' turns, and they've just been pushed back. So their objective is still to get Aisling. So what they're gonna do is they're just gonna straight up, they're gonna start throwing their brawn around. So there are two that were knocked down. So two of them have been knocked down and are free. Then another two, one is restrained by this ribbon, and the other is being pounded on by Rhys. So one of them stands up and is going to attempt to grab Aisling again. All right, so it got an 8. I would say that it managed to grab you and is pulling you again. And the second one that is free rolled a 4, so I think it's I think it managed to grab you, but it can't get that far. It's like somewhat like its foot got stuck on the ground or something, and it's struggling. The other two, so the one that and they all rolled their initiative was 3, 3, 2, 1. So they'll just go in a row right now. The one that's restrained by the ribbon is going to attempt to free itself from the ribbon with its brawn, and it rolled an 11. So it grasps the ribbon, and there's kind of this as it rips the ribbon free from its feet and gets up.
How dare it?
Yeah, it was. You could have. That groan sounded like if
that was my groan too when he broke when it broke that perfect ribbon.
And then the one that's battling Rhys is going to try to throw him off with a 5. I think it managed to get the two of you into a side grapple. Where you're
rolling
both on,
around.
yeah, you're just on you're not on. You don't have the advantage anymore, but you're on the side, and it's trying to just get itself free from you. And then additionally, what you see is that there are the trees around you, the tall trees around you, begin to shift forward as you now see the ground around them just carves apart and starts to try to form a wall between this group and Aislin. All right, team. What do you do?
I have a plan.
Okay.
Me too.
I think it is. So we know that it's the music and stuff like that is causing them to, change and all of a sudden attack, because they weren't doing that until the music started playing. So I'm going to try to create silence in the area around us to cut off the sound to them. Maybe that will get them to stop attacking.
Brilliant. Better than my plan.
Guys, if this works, it's about to be real quiet here.
Go for it, yeah.
All right. That is a natural 12. Wait, 12 is...
Oh, it's an explosion, guys.
That explodes.
Roll again.
Holy...
Well,
All right.
You got a nat 12 or a dirty 12?
No, it was a nat 12 plus,
it's so weird
plus
to say
11. So 23. Yeah,
23. Oh, yeah. So you pull out your wand and... no, you have cards. You throw out your cards. Do you want to describe your spell?
Yeah, no, he doesn't throw the cards. He just fans them, and then certain magic just leaps out from the cards around the area, and the whole area. You see this globe surround all of us, and the trees, or I don't want to call them trees. What are we calling them?
The dolls?
The dolls. Yeah, the dolls surrounds the dolls, all of us in this globe, and all of a sudden nobody can hear anything. It's just completely silent.
Yeah, this yeah. There was this wild cacophony of sound, just trees moving around, rustling in the wind, people screaming, and then this silence drops on you, like a thick blanket. Okay, now that is your turn.
If they still continue, then I would drop it, because it was really just one of those things where if it stops them. So I don't want to screw anybody else's magic up in the sense.
Yeah, they the ones that are grabbing Aislin stop, and they're they just if Wood could look confused, they look confused. The one that's wrestling Emiryn is not stopping because it's being wrestled. And the one that had ripped the ribbons is now holding the ribbons and is mourning the tattered pieces. However, there is it doesn't stop the forest. that keeps trying to just drive itself between you and Ash. You see, like, what happens next is you put up that bubble, and it's like the ground itself is starting to like stretch and try to just pull her away from you. All right, now it's Fynch's turn.
I have a question about these dolls and trees. Are they dry or wet? Are they fully leaved? You know, they have full leaves, or are they like more wintry and barren?
So the tree is around you. It's summer, so they would have their leaves, but they are dry.
Okay.
And they just seem to be like, it's like watching something on a conveyor belt, but you see the dirt beneath them being pushed aside. So like it's like they're being shunted forward. And the dolls look like kind of like naked wooden humanoids. Like they have like a couple of leaves, maybe at like joints, like an elbow or like at the top of the head, but not really. They look like androgynous
Okay,
humanoid.
so I have in my backpack, among other things, I have nests that I've collected.
Okay.
And I'm going to put a nest on the end of a stick and set it alight.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that to kind of see if they're afraid of fire, like most wooden things would be, and try and keep a separation with the potential for lighting the forest on fire. Not in my head, knowing that's a possibility. I hope it doesn't happen, but to protect them, I would definitely light the forest on fire.
Okay.
We need Deese's bear here so she can say only you can prevent forest fires.
All right, I need to roll a charm because I feel like that would be under threat or
Perfect.
Yeah, so roll a charm.
That is my best dice. I love when I get to roll a charm. 18. But, 18.
Okay, so you wave this nest that you have lit on fire, and at first it doesn't react, but then you wave it in front of... So the nearest one to you is the one that is... You bound up in ribbon, and now it's like mourning the loss of this ribbon.
And I'm totally okay pushing it against it and catching it on fire. Oh, wait, no, there's kids in there, right? No, I can't do that. Damn.
Yeah.
I just have to scare them.
You wave it, at first it doesn't realize it, but then you wave it in front of its face, and there's like just this recoil.
Awesome.
And it's odd because it's like the most like mortal thing you've seen it do. Like the vestiges of whatever it once was knows what fire is, and it recoils.
Terrific.
Like, and for the first time you see like just the smallest flicker of like something beyond soulless inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire!
All right, now we're at Aisling.
Okay, so the things at least don't have their hands on me anymore. And with the wood and earth moving around me, is the area above me still clear?
It's beginning to it's weird because like you see the ground between you and your brothers and everyone else, it's starting to stretch like Laffy Taffy, and then the trees behind you that were a part of the grove start to come in on your peripherals, so their canopies are starting to come in at the top. So there is like a little bit of a clearing through the center.
Okay.
I hope that answers the question.
I'm gonna...
I think you saw me. I'm like...
Yeah.
Yes, you see Emiryn waving frantically. Come on.
Yeah. I am going to bring out my broom, the Seer's branch, which is like a twisted willow wood. It's all wispy and silvery.
Nice.
And I'm just going to immediately make a run for it, try to fly on up and out.
Okay. All right. Make a flight.
Okay, let's roll this
Come
one. Oh,
Oh no.
that's
Nat- nat 20?
1. No, I rolled a 1.
A
For
nat one or a
total.
dirty one?
A nat 1 plus stat 1 is a 2. I could spend all my adversary tokens. I have 6 of them.
If you spent
I'll throw in my 2.
If you spent like all 6 of them, you could escape. Yeah.
Okay, bye tokens. Y'all gone.
Yeah, you initially like you caught in some of the branches, but then you kick free and begin to just like crest over the trees. I'll make a grit as you attempt to wrest yourself free from the forest's call.
Let's roll this one. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Okay. Grit, that's a 7.
You don't go back down, but you do pause in the air as that sweet lull comes back to your mind, calling you, and you hear the beginning of like almost a song whispering, "Keeper wise and gray, Keeper makes us stay. The world wanes in magic's old. The life of life now so cold." And that's all you hear at this point. Tomos is still crying in the bush. Cassian, I forgot about him. He looks around like when the silence goes up, he looks around pretty confused, like, what's happening? I can't hear you. Huh? And he notices that they stop, so he also stops, and then what he does is he looks at the one wrestling with Rhys, and I think he just go, yeah, the kid's got it. So he's he's gonna yeah, I feel like he just yeah, I think he's just gonna hang out. I don't think he'd do anything because he doesn't know what's going on right now. So he's gonna just observe. Rhys, what do you do?
Okay, I'm still wrestling this.
Yes,
I'm
you're
still wrestling this
still
doll.
wrestling with this doll because you haven't let go of it. And
I don't know if I would be aware if.
You'd be aware that it's silent because you'd hear like, all of a sudden just you don't hear anything.
yeah,
Okay.
Rhys,
But I don't think
be
I
the
would
squirrel. Be a squirrel.
Be a squirrel.
yeah, you like hear the Bia, and then just it goes silent.
Yeah, I don't think I would be aware if Aislin like escaped or not. Would I?
Yeah.
Because
I don't think so either because you're busy. Yeah, so you want to
no,
just...
you want I'm just gonna keep wrestling this guy, this doll, and like
Okay.
you guys wouldn't be able to hear it, but you would see him mouthing out the words, "Aislin, run!" As I'm just like wrestling this thing to try to give Aislin an opportunity to escape. So I'm just gonna. Ow! No, not as good as the other one, but that's a 7 with a Baron.
On what dice? On what dice is that?
It's a D20.
Oh.
So not the greatest, and I only have one adversity token, so
Yeah.
I don't know if that would make a difference. That's
It does because I just did a contested roll and it rolled trash. So like you managed to twist out of it and get free of the doll's clutches. And Tuh-Wiogh, what do you want to do?
So what do I see going on again? So what's the?
So Aislin has like broken free, and she started to fly up, but then she paused, and then Rhys kicked away the doll. Cassian's kind of just observing the chaos. The other two of the other dolls are looking around pretty confused, and then another one is freaking out because of the fire that Fynch has got going on.
Okay. So first thing you're gonna see me do, because you can't cast spells to silence, but first I'm gonna like gesticulate wildly at the fire, like going like, "What are you doing? Like this is gonna burn down the whole forest. You're gonna kill all of us." So like I'm just gesticulating wildly at him in the air, like why?
I can't.
Then I'm gonna realize like exactly. So that's why I'm just like you're just seeing this kobold just jump up and down, just like
Just
it's fine.
little kobold in the
like,
background
and I'm like,
flailing
yeah,
around.
fire!
This is great.
It worked great.
This is fantastic. How are you
I take a
not
deep breath
into
and-
this?
It's not like force. So I take a deep breath. No one can't cast these spells. I can't call for any more help. So I'm going to hop my broom and see if I can go and help Aislin get away. If I can kind of like just like nab her and just like push her like away or whatever I can.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's
tell
gonna
them
be
we're gonna try
that could be like a brawn or a flight. I could see either working, unless you have some other stat you think you might be able to do. Like,
it's up to you. So if it's whichever one you want it to be, I'll roll that one.
I would. Are you trying to just pull her? It depends on what you're doing. Are you trying to pull her away?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
just
I just want to get
brawn.
it.
Yeah, if you're just
Okay,
trying to
thank
like
God.
just grab her and pull her up. Yeah, just being brawn.
Because my flight is terrible. Okay. It's a D10. Okay. Will. Ooh, that's bad. That's a 3.
Yeah, you fly up there and you grab Aislin's hand, and like you are just ready to go, and then you feel just this little jerk as she does not follow you.
I'm pretty weak, so do I get pulled off my broom? Because I'm not that strong. So I'm just like I'm going to. I'm just off the broom.
You like kind of like flip over your broom, so now like you're kind of dangling off of Aislin's hand and trying to get onto her broom if you're trying to like stick your leg over it, and then your broom just tumbles to the
Just
ground.
fluttering on, just.
Smacks me in the head.
And at this point, we're actually going to do a cutaway scene. Above, clouds, stars are twinkling, and the moon is full, bathing the town in its pale light. The sky rumbles, and a purple strike forks the sky. Then, like a curtain being pulled, a tapestry that is night is pulled aside, and a great wooden ship sails on the air, drifting downward. Natalie, describe Decis's ship.
I've thought long and hard since it was a thing. So what those who witness see is essentially a sloop, but it is styled closer to almost like a dragonfly. It has a slender, sleek body, long sails coming off the sides, and one big red one along the middle. Just all twisted woods and vines that create the outer structure, creating the railings, and little dots of like fungi and glow, all in the different sections to illuminate the ship. At the front, where the helm is, Decis is there, in her full archdruid captain form, full leather hat with big blooming feathers that her horns just stick up and through. One of her horns is actually cracked at the back. From whatever adventures that may have happened, we'll see. And of course, when you're a captain, you gotta have the coat to match.
Oh yeah, this beautiful flowing duster.
Yeah. So it's sort of like asymmetrical, where the front of it is half cut at the waistline, but there's two tails that trail at the back with a split, so her own true tiefling tail can wave on through. But she stands there with a smile, seeing the town. It's been some months at least since she's been to Shaley, and just imagining her only one other crewmate on the ship at this moment, getting everything together.
Who is that? What's
Oh, it's been so long since I wrote it. He is a astral elf. So this is being visiting. The more material plane is still fairly new to him. But he has long white hair, just it looks like blank eyes, in terms of there's no color or iris or pupil. They're just pure white. And his name is Eos.
Yeah, he's attempting to like pack things up. He's a little distracted because he doesn't come to the material plane, especially to a place that's so important to you. And so at this point, you can choose to either see Hipley frantically walking through town, or you can choose to see a little tiny furball girl on a broomstick in the forest.
I guess Jesus could see that far. Let me roll for this. Let me see.
Oh, hang on. You do notice a few things that might help you discern this. You notice that your normal mooring spot for your ship has been occupied by forest. You're like, I don't remember planting that, but there's now forest there. So Eos then says, oh, well, we can go to the marsh and we can land there. Yes, and that's all that's it. That's what I see.
Okay. Well, seeing a little tiefling child, I'm assuming I'm still like way too far away to discern it is Aisling, and then seeing like Tuh-Wiogh hanging off of that.
Yeah, they would be like a little speck. You could see like movement down there, and you know Hipley, so you could probably recognize him better.
Yeah. So he's just like, Eos, just take the helm for a second as I leap off the edge and immediately turn into a giant owl and swoop down towards Hipley.
Okay, yeah, on majestic owl wings. You fly down, and Hipley, you are going through town. You just got this message from a frantic student, and you recognize Jesus's owl form land in front of you. So two of you can now RP your old characters.
I was gonna say I was about to banishment, but I was like, oh wait, it's Jesus. So it was real close, like things popping off. I was like, okay.
Ooh.
Jesus, you can't do that to me. Come on, you know. It's good to see you though.
Ooh. And head turns in the direction of the woods where I saw.
Exactly. Yes. I forget you speak that way. So I'm like, wait, yeah, we're not in silence. I'm like, yeah, we need to.
You can mental connect though.
Hipley's old. He forgot. He's like, oh, wait a second. I guess. It's good to see you. Something's going on. I think. Do I notice the forest too? Like, do I notice like the forest being where it shouldn't be?
Yeah, you've noticed you're ground level, so you don't notice it as much as she has. So you've noticed like little things
true.
Was that tree like always there, or like did the forest always come out that far? It's smaller. It's on a smaller scale. So like in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. But it's just been sort of stored away as like not important. You know, I guess the forest just been growing, whatever. But now with this frantic message, I'm going to think there might be a little something more to it.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. Something's going wrong, and some kids may be in danger.
Yeah, I thought I saw somebody, and Desus Mealy Owl flies up, grabs onto your shoulders, and starts flying the direction she saw the furball on a broom.
That's fine. Okay. I'm going to, as we're going, I'm going to like message Aislin too, because like I know is Aislin here as well?
Yeah, Aislin's here.
So as we're flying, I'll message Aislin too, because why not?
Bring everybody in.
Everybody. This is a good old reunion.
Okay, Hipley, what do you say to Aislin? And Aislin, what are you doing? For some reason, I just see him working out for some reason. But
Actually, I feel like Aizen wouldn't be like deep in the woods, but he probably would be, because he would have known about what's going on. He'd be kind of on the outskirts, just kind of patrolling, making sure nobody gets taken near the school, is what I would think. So I wouldn't think he'd be too far, but at the same time, wouldn't be out there because I mean that's part of his job here is protecting the kids, and as the groundskeeper, I guess I don't know what he is in the school, but I feel like he kind of
he's investigating the forest as well. You know something is going on.
He's the Mr. Filch of.
Yeah, I'm what's his name from The Simpsons? The
Scottish guy.
The Scottish guy. No, I'm just kidding.
Like groundkeeper, yard duty.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Willie, yep.
Darn the kids. Yeah, I think that'd be good. All right.
Let's be quick and be like, first of all, like, you didn't. This isn't some prank, right? Like, you're not doing anything. You're not doing any prank with the kids, right? Nothing's going on, correct? I had to cover my bases. I know Aislin.
What are you doing? What's going on? No, I'm investigating, looking for whatever happened to the missing kids.
All right. Good. Me and Thesis is back. By the way, we're going to head towards. I don't know how I can like tell. I mean, I don't know how to describe. Like if they're over here, but
I mean, we're flying now.
You know, so I'm saying, like, if you can look up, you might be able to see us and head our way if you can.
I think what he would do is he would use his ability to leap high and see if he could see over the forest in the direction where they might be.
Yeah, you see this great owl soaring through the air and hippily dangling from her talons, and they're soaring towards the east part of the forest.
I think I see you. I'll head that way just now.
Awesome.
And he says you can go and like just grab him. It's fine. Like
Yeah, just like sudden owl turn his direction and then pivot turn like.
Wait, no.
Yeah, you turn it as you're falling. You see this just giant claw come and pluck you from the air. And they begin to fly towards this little like dot in the distance with owls. With Decis's probably like keen owl eyes, you can make out like what is happening there. And Rhys and Fynch, do you want to do any actions at this point? The forest is still attempting to divide you.
I have one.
Yeah.
I'd like to, now that I know that fire is a deterrent, I want to leap to where Rhys is and try and get the one that he's fighting to separate from him because of the fire, without catching Rhys on fire, of course.
Okay, yeah, that'd be like another charm.
I'm feeling very swashbuckly at the moment. So.
Yeah.
Another charm.
Yeah, I mean another charm. Just trying to spook it.
An 11.
Okay, all right.
Mid-level.
Out of 20, it's kind of like a medium success. I'll say that you do manage to spook it away, but you also manage to catch nearby foliage on fire.
Okay, I'm good with that. We can put it out after. I mean, it.
Yeah, some of the little embers floated down and started just catching the forest on fire.
Yeah, we just need water. We'll
fine. Rhys.
I feel like Emiryn's looking up and then he sees the fire and he just looks at you. He's like, and it's like you see him out. Decis is gonna be pissed.
Very Home Alone.
Yes. Ah!
Then, all right, Rhys, what do you do?
Oh, God. So much happening. Can I, am I still tangled up with this doll?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna, where was, where's Aislin?
She's in the air
broom?
above
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a
I'm hanging on it too.
fire.
I'm hanging on it as well.
Forming at your right. Is
I'm gonna try to put out the fire.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
That's a good ranger thing. Good job.
Yeah.
Junior Ranger.
If
I'm going to give you lots of work in the future, it seems.
Yeah, I like see my older brother is like, Jason's gonna be pissed. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no.
Oh,
Even more afraid of Jesus than I am these wooden dolls. As I like take my wand and I want to try to just like try to spray water.
Okay, so
Right.
all right, that's a brain.
It's funny. I was imagining creating a bonfire a moment ago. I
we're
didn't
just
do
gonna
it though.
light it up.
Right, it's not this one. But do I get to add any magic or anything to it?
Yeah, this is a spell.
Is that just a
Create,
+1?
it's
Is it
create
magic?
water.
Yeah, I think so.
That is a 4, but I have 1 adversity token. That would make a difference.
You can manage to get like part of it extinguished with that, or it won't get. You could say the adversity token. It would. You'd get like part of it extinguished. It managed to like catch some foliage, and it's spreading upward, so like you can't quite like reach the other parts that are going up like a tree. As you're trying to just like much like a squirt gun, like.
Yeah, I'm like holding my wand like a hose, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like trying to smother it with my like other foot, and I'm just like, ah.
Okay, Aislin, you hear this music and you have the opportunity to try to fight the song or try to listen to more of it. So that would be with a grit roll. You can choose to fail it if you want to continue to listen to the song.
Yeah, I want to know what.
Would me hanging from you help? Because like if we like just like I don't know if that'll do anything, but
I mean, who wants to
don't
listen
know.
to music and not know the lyrics?
I know. I'm just like me as a player. Like I really want to know what the lyrics are. They could be very important. But would Aislin know? I'll attempt to roll a grit and see what happens.
Okay.
Because my brain is Aislin's probably very afraid, and she probably does really want to get out of here. Because she was dragged, and that's not comfy to a 6-year-old full-bog. Alright, well, it is a 2. So there you go.
Yeah, you do feel Tuh-Wiogh kicking and attempting to get onto... Oh, hang on, let's just like pause for a second. Tuh-Wiogh, do you want to try to get onto her broom with a check? That would be a brawn.
Yes.
That'd be a brawn.
okay.
To try to pull yourself
okay.
up.
That went well the last time. Well, that went even worse. So I try. I think I'm just gonna fall. So I think I'm just gonna like.
Okay, all right,
I'm gonna,
yeah.
Just try to like.
Yeah, you try to like reach up there, but there's this gust of wind that rocks you off, and you begin to tumble towards the forest ground. And we're
Yep.
just gonna have that cutaway. Now we're back to Aislin, and you listen to the song as it continues. It's sonorous, sweet sound. Keeper, keeper. Where art thou? Where art thou? The forest screams for you. Its pains, its song, plead for your return. That's what you get. And Emiryn, you see your friend Tuh-Wiogh falling from the sky. You are muted, sir.
Seeing that my sister is up in the sky and obviously entranced, no longer protected from the silent spell, I'm going to drop the silent spell and I'm going to try to get feather fall on Twig. So
Okay.
He doesn't hit the ground hard.
That's a brain. Yeah, it's magic.
Yeah. That's a 3, but I have a +1 for the stat one for magic, so I guess it'd be a 4. I don't think you add the stat, right? You don't add the stat when you're doing magic. I think that's just when you're doing stuff with it.
If you're casting a spell, you roll a d4 for your magic die.
Oh, it's a D4. Cool. Yeah.
With
roll
the
a
plus
D4.
1? With the
You
plus
could get a
1?
nat 4.
Yep.
Or a dirty 4.
So I got a 2, so that's a 5 total. Yeah, so there you go. So I got a 5
Okay. All right. So you get it on Tuh-Wiogh, but not before he goes through a couple of branches and it gets scratched up. So like,
total. I tried.
like
Kerplunk,
right
like
before
playing
he's gonna
Kerplunk.
impact the ground, like there's just like a little bit of a float.
And I'm like, guys, we gotta stop her. The music's trying to pull her away. As I'm trying to make sure he floats safely down.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention, but like as Aisling is listening to the music, she's starting to just drift back down, and she's starting to move towards the center of the grove, but now she's in the air. Fun times. All right. But we have a giant owl and 3 adults, including the owl. So we have Hipley and Aislin and Desis approaching the forest. I'm gonna have you all make brain checks to see if you actually spot her across the forest.
What do you want us to roll for our brain checks?
Your brain dice?
Oh,
Oh,
our
whatever
brain, our
dice.
Because they're D&D characters.
They're D&D characters. Let's be weird and just have you roll perception checks. 'Cause that's what we're used to.
All right. I know that was good for Desis, so
I'm gonna
Oh.
look at my eyes real quick.
Pull up these sheets. Blow the dust off.
Pretty much. Let's see here.
Can't pull mine up. I'm gonna say mine's a fail. I rolled like a 6, so we're just gonna call it a fail.
Okay, yeah.
Big
Hipley, you're trying to look around. You just see a lot of forest, and you're more preoccupied because you're like, I don't remember that part of the forest being here. And you're looking around, you're seeing how like the forest itself seems to have shifted in various spots. Now that you're at an aerial view, you're like, that's weird. What is going on?
I rolled a 12 on die, but I'm looking at because perception was high. Oh yeah, that's I forgot I have a plus 11 with perception. So yeah, that's 23.
Okay, Desis.
just getting my sheet open.
Same thing.
15, dirty 15 for Desis.
Yeah, the two of you are looking around. Desis, you hear something on the wind, and then Aislin, you're the one that actually spots this little like speck in the distance. You're like, there she is.
Jesus, right there.
You know, in the pale moonlight, you see just this little tiny furbolg girl. Well, as tiny as furbolg children are, because they're giants. She starts to like float down into the forest at this descent. All right, kiddos, what do you do? We're I think I'll go back to the initiative. Cassian is he's not smart, but he knows that forest fires are bad, so he's going to try to put this forest fire out. And
Everybody knows that except Fynch.
yeah, he's like, he's like, no, Dad's forest. And then he starts to just attempt to, he starts like, I feel like he would, I mean, he's a Fae kid, so he's gonna have magic of some sort. So let me like, just roll back up here. Cassian. Okay, it's okay, so. Oh gosh, he rolled a 4. It doesn't even matter. He's too nervous. There's too much going on. Like, he can't execute his spells properly because he's just like, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. You know, he's trying to put the flames out, and it's not working very well. So he just winds up trying to just like put dirt on it. All right. So now we're at Emiryn. Just went Fynch. I'm gonna have you go.
Do I see Aislin coming down into the grove?
Yeah, you do. You see her above you, sort of floating
Okay.
down.
I'm going to try and cast a spell. And
Okay.
I haven't cast spells in here yet. So it is from my strength, which is a charm spell.
Mm-hmm.
I want to charm person on her to see if I can use charm charming her to counter them charming her.
Okay. Yeah, roll your charm.
A nat 7 on a d20.
Your charm gives her pause for but a moment. But like, what's weird is you can feel the like weight behind the charm spell that's on her, and it's like this. It's like nothing you've ever felt before as a young child, particularly. But it's like it's not even one mind. It's like a force of nature is pulling her. And then it's just you're just shunted out as like a little like gnat being flicked. You're shut out of that. Okay.
Professor Twang would not be proud of that charm spell.
No. Say good try, buddy. And now we're at Rhys.
So my sister is just falling, right?
No, she's slowly descending on the broom. She's getting further away from you as she ascends into the grove on her broom. And there are these now, like the trees have now basically like become this wall as they've closed the pathway to get to the grove. It's been moving this entire time, so
Wait,
what do you do?
The trees are closing the...
Yeah, they've basically formed a wall.
And this is where we found, is this where we found the Fae?
You found
this grove
Cassian
that was...
You found Cassian in a different grove. This is a grove that he took you to. It's the one that has all the like druidic circles in it.
Oh. I mean, that's where we want to go, right? Or no, I'm trying to... Sorry, there's a lot happening. Something.
You asked Cassian to bring you there, and it does seem to be a source of importance. But you also know that the dolls wanted to take her into the grove, and now the forest has essentially walled you out of it.
Part of me is like, oh gosh. Like, part of me is like, that's like a good thing, but it's also, we kind of want to go. I don't know. Oh gosh. I look towards my brother and I'm like, do we want to go in there? I mean, that's where Cassian was taking us, but also that's where the dolls were trying to take Aislin. So I'm trying to...
Yeah, what are you saying, Emiryn?
You're muted.
That's because he's in a silent spell.
Oh, there we go.
Say it again, because I'm trying to get all this set up here. What?
Yeah, Rhys is asking, is like, do we want to get into the grove?
That's where our sister's pretty much going. Yes. We gotta get in there. We gotta like help her. We gotta save her. We gotta make sure that they don't turn her into one of those things.
Okay, and I'm going to try to stop the trees. It's just here.
I think let's both do it, brother and brother. Like both of us just try to
yeah
combine our efforts.
Okay, that's gonna be a brawn. I will tell you that you were attempting to stand in the way of trees that are like the great redwoods. So if you want to do this is fine, but okay, you know.
What if we do it?
They're
What if we
pretty
do it
strong.
magic?
I'm gonna try to continue the like enhanceability magic that I was like casting on myself.
Okay.
I think,
okay.
and I think what I will try to do is I will use the earth, like shape earth to push it back.
Okay.
Use the earth to
All right,
push the
so
trees away
roll.
to keep enough opening for us to get through.
Okay, so you're gonna roll your magic for this, and
We got this, brother.
God.
No.
I need
Okay.
I need new dice. I need.
All right.
It's always the
But you
dice.
said- So I rolled a 5, but plus 3, so 8 on a D12 total. I got an
Okay.
8.
I didn't. On a D20, I rolled a nat 1.
oh yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
So that
Rhys.
I mean I add +2 because of the magic dice, but that's
Yeah,
it's-
Rhys, you try to, you put your spindly child arms between these giant trunks, and they just spit you out like yesterday's gum. Shunt it out. Emiryn, you managed to wedge a space big enough to get through, but it will not hold long. So, do you want to go through it, knowing that it will close behind you?
There is no question here. His sister's in trouble. He's going.
Okay.
Charges through.
You leap through, and then the forest trees.
Not even a question. He has to.
Yeah, like the fortress walls that you see in the Pocahontas movie, because this is the only reference I can think of. And they have these just big timbers side by side. It's like
Yeah.
that.
I think as I do it, I look back at everybody else and just kind of go, like I'm doing it, and then I just go through.
Hmm.
That moment where you guys realize what's happening. Like,
Oh, from
no.
Fynch, you just get a go.
And Tuh-Wiogh. What do you do now, seeing this going on?
Well, probably I'm on the ground, so I don't know what I saw, because so I fell to the ground, so I'm kind of hurt because I got scratched. I hurt a lot, so I'm kind of just getting up kind of gingerly. So what do I see after getting up? Because I fell, so I don't know if I noticed any other tree opening or what I've noticed.
You
that,
did see that
getting
Rhys and Emiryn attempted to hold off the trees. You see Emiryn go through the trees, and it closed behind him. Above you, you can see just through the trees this little silhouette of Aislin slowly disappearing below the canopy line, and I think Fynch is also on a broomstick, and then your broomstick is on the ground.
It's somewhere away. I have no where it is, so
yeah,
I'm just going to. So I'm going to get up and kind of not dust off some of the twigs. And I'm going to remember what my dad told me to take a deep breath. I'm going to do a draconic roar because that's what kobolds can do, and so I'm going to try that to get Ashley's attention. So I'm going to deep breath, okay, just like Dad taught me, and then I'm going to try that to snap them out of it. So
okay, roll. That'd be a charm.
okay,
I believe in you.
the dice don't, so that's a no. So I think because it's too much going on, it's
Simba's roar.
people could be dying, so this is getting really scary because he's still just a kid at heart. At least he's young, but
But he is a kid.
yeah, he's a teenager. He's still and so this is a lot. And so he tries to war, but just nothing comes out. It catches us sort of almost when you're about to sob. Yeah, that kind of throat feeling. So
the anxiety just wells up in poor Tuh-Wiogh as he tries to cry out to his friend. Just throat tight, closed, and you barely manage to get out a little squeak as you see her descend. And then we're gonna say that we're gonna go to the D&D group. We're gonna have. I guess we're gonna have. It would be. You see this little girl descending into the forest, and it's gonna be this would be the equivalent of a flight check. So, I guess we will have you do dexterity.
all Desus, right? So Desus is flying. So
Yeah, I guess
Assume
it's
that's
just gonna be Jesus flying.
Yeah,
He's
hold on.
light.
That's an owl. Hang on.
And I was like, owls are dexy, I think.
Yeah.
You got this.
Better by 1. Okay. That is a 14 total.
Okay, you sweep low across the forest, gaining speed, trying to catch up to her. You don't know what's going on. You just see her descending into the woods. Hibley and Aislin, you are free to do something at this point. As you see her descending into the woods, not sure why. You are you won't be able to like reach her before she descends below the canopy, but you do have an action to do something now.
I'll let Aislin go first. I have an idea, but you know what? Aislin go first. It's fine.
Banish Ashley.
If you have an idea,
That's
go
what I'm
ahead.
going to use. That's going to do banish because he's not out of practice. He doesn't like ever since he's going to teach her. Like he's not about like this life anymore. So all he really knows off of memory is banishment. So just like that's what he's going to try to do because he knows that she'll go to a safe place for the time being for like a minute. So that's what he would try to do.
Detention is banishment.
Yeah, that's what he
resort
does.
and only
That's what he does.
resort.
That's key. Now that's
You only have to do it once. They'll learn their lesson.
Actually, his banishment probably is something like you're on detention or something. You're in timeout.
And the only thing I can think of is I would try to use my ability to talk into her mind to snap her out of it. But I wouldn't know. I would just say,
That's
"What
what
are
I
you
tried.
doing?" I would yell in her mind like, "Hey, what are you doing?" In
Okay.
her mind is what I would do.
Have him do like a persuasion check.
Let's see your
Not a
persuasion.
weird crossover. This is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I was like, this is
It's
getting
fine.
weird.
I rolled an 8. I only have a +1 in my persuasion. Remember, Eisen's not the most persuasive person, so that's a 9 total.
Okay. Is Ashley persuaded with a 9?
Let me do a contested charm. Yeah. I rolled a 3.
You hear him in your mind saying, "What are you doing?"
Ashley, what are you doing?
Uncle Aislin? They're singing. There's a song. They're missing a keeper.
Don't go over there. Just come here. Come to us. We'll figure it out together. Where's your brothers?
You just kind of point, and then not too sure anymore of where anyone is. Somewhere?
Yeah. Hibley,
Yeah, you-
what do you do at this point?
Banishment. Just like
You stand
Because I was all mental, so.
You have no idea what's happening, so you just go to your knee-jerk reaction and just banish that child.
I imagine it's like this, like when now because it's like school, it like banishes him to like a little detention room.
yeah, but it's just like a little. Yep, and a desk you can write down, like, like what you did wrong. So it's like, I'm not gonna do. I will not do X, Y, or Z, like whatever they did.
Yeah.
So it's like a little desk and a
It's a
pencil.
little dunce hat sitting on the desk.
What does
I know.
banishment look like? Like, I have an image, but I don't know if it's like your image. It's probably not your image.
No, you're the DM, and I love the way you describe things. So I
Okay,
want to
so
hear what you think it would be
Does
like.
his magic have a color? I always thought it was orange for some reason.
Let's go. Yeah, orange is.
Okay,
I love
so
orange,
this
so.
orange like spectral book like opens beneath her, and then what it does in like this plume of orange dust, it just kind of snaps shut, and then she's banished that way.
That is 10 times better than anything I would have thought of. I love that. So
Okay,
yes,
great.
that's how banishment works.
And at the ground level in the grove, the dolls, they do that sort of rattle thing they heard before, like they were kind of being called, like, "Grrr." And then they all just get up and like scuttle up through the trees, and like they seem to almost be able to like just like touch the trees and go through them, and just like sort of like molds like what's it called, like stone skin or something, where you just step into like stone. It's like that, but they're trees.
Skin.
They just step into the trees.
It's like dryads do.
Oh, wood
Yep.
meld. Wood meld.
Yeah, wood meld into these trees, and then what everyone else sees is the forest becomes black, and then the shuffling of trees, they move aside, and the grove is no longer there. Inside, Emiryn, you see everything go black, and the trees form this just like fortress around you as you are trapped in this grove that has been moved elsewhere in the forest. And at this point, Desus and Emiryn and Hipley get to Aislin and pluck her from the sky and then land on the now normal forest ground. And the light reverts back to its normal. It's like pretty much the moon is out. So you managed to free Aislin, but you don't know where Emiryn is.
Are we? So, what point of view are we back at the kids now?
Like,
is
back
it
at
us
the kids.
or?
Back at the
Okay.
kids. You're all collectively in the same place, except for Emiryn, who is in.
Where's it, Aaron?
I have a question.
You
Go on.
you see Rhys banging at the trees that have like closed.
Well,
Eh.
this is what happened. The trees closed, but and then the forest went dark, and then they parted again. But it wasn't. What you see, it's like the grove was just plucked out of the air. It's just a different part of the forest.
Oh, okay. So then Rhys would just be like looking around at the trees, panicked. He'd be like, "No, wait, Emiryn!"
There's no reply.
All right. Well,
I think is Fynch. Oh, that Fynch is gonna say something. Sorry, dude. We're gonna say something, Scott.
I had a question about. Okay, so when I tried the charm spell, you said that I heard. Can you describe what I heard? It was like, was it a voice?
It wasn't a
Commanding?
voice. It was like the. You know how you can like. It's like when you feel someone behind you. It's sort of like that, where you kind of just sense this.
Have I heard them commanding the other trees, or does only Aislin hear them?
Only Aislin hears the music.
But you said there was someone commanding the others.
You don't hear that. That's
Okay.
you like what you sensed was there's sort of like a collective. It's not quite a mind, but that's the closest thing you could. It's like trying to communicate with like a force of nature.